Hello, YTPC. Ethan, Parsimonious Piper here. It is Cob Tuesday. Got my Cob Tuesday cob. Got my Cob Tuesday hat. In my Cob Tuesday cob, a Missouri Meerschaum, Washington bent. I've got some more of that HU Tobacco's Yoshi's Oriental Sunrise. So kindly sent by Brian Doran, Beans 316. And I am enjoying it in the cob, just as I did in my briar. Good stuff. Today we're going to talk about then and now. Phil, Big Smoke, he has got 150 sub GAW going on. If you have not subscribed to Phil, you should. He's been smoking pipes for a couple of years. He's been doing videos here for a couple of months. Nice guy, and need to ask him sometime what part of Alabama he's from, and his accent sounds familiar. For his GAW, he wants to know the answers to a few questions. First off, what got us into pipe smoking? Well, I had an uncle when I was a kid who smoked a pipe, and I always loved the smell of his house. He smoked vanilla Cavendishes or some such, and then it always just this soft vanilla scent. It's good stuff. Then a few years ago, one of my son's friends was smoking a cob, and I thought, yeah, I ought to give that a try again. Because see, I had a brief flirtation with smoking a pipe back when I was in college, and we'll get to that in a minute. But seeing him smoking that, I thought, I got to give that a shot. And that's what got me back into it. Now, another thing that you ask here is, what was my first pipe? Well, there are two answers to that. When I was in college, I tried smoking a pipe, but I went to school in Missouri, so what I bought was probably a Missouri Meerschaum cob at a local tobacco shop. And some Captain Black Cherry, which was the next question. What was the first tobacco we smoked? And that bit the snot out of me because I had no clue what I was doing. And no older guys around to learn from. YTPC sure is a nice thing, let me tell you. I think it's partially responsible for the resurgence in pipe smoking. Is that we can so easily find good instruction anytime we need it. Got a nose itch there. So first pipe and first tobacco were your next two questions. Pardon me. I feel like I got a bug crawling around on me. Don't you just love that? And we don't even have any gnats flying around yet, not this time of year. It'll get nasty later. So those are your first two questions. Your next question was, do you still smoke your first tobacco? Well, yes and no. If we go back just a few years to when I picked this back up, my first pipe then would have been a cheap little basket pipe that I got at Pipes and Cigars as part of one of their, buy a couple of blends, get a pipe and a pipe tool and so on, $50 or $60 back then. And so the pipe that I got was a cheap little Italian basket pipe, and the blend that I got, one of them was Black House. That was the first one I smoked. I got lucky. I didn't start back up directly into aromatics. Now, do I still smoke my very first pipe? No, that corncob that corn cob got pitched. I figured that was a couple of bucks wasted. I'd go back to those high-end cigars we smoked back in college, like the wood tip Swisher Sweets. Those stayed lit easier, even if I did look like a girl with a wood tip in my mouth. But that very first tobacco, yep, I do still smoke it. Now, I don't smoke it because I'm particularly fond of it. I smoke it because my wife likes the room note, and I can tolerate it. It's not terrible. I know some people get a real chemically taste. I don't. The Captain Black Cherry's it's not too bad, but cherry's just not my favorite. It happens to be my wife's favorite. We have a little bit of an issue here. Now, the other first tobacco, do I still smoke that? Oh yeah, big time. Big time. Love the stuff. Black House. I have not tried, was it Black House or White Night? I think it was Black House. They came out with an anniversary edition. I'll have to see if I can scrounge up some of that at Muletown. This is good stuff, though. Just the plain version is a really good Balkan blend. Do I still smoke my first pipe? Well, no. But I do still have it. I'm going to show it to you. It is a rusticated Casillero billiard. And as you can see, the stem is in pieces. My dilemma. Oh, so no, I don't smoke that. My dilemma is simply whether the sentiment of being able to smoke my first pipe, a pipe which is probably only worth 20 bucks, if that sentiment is worth the cost of getting a well-matched stem so that it is smokable again. At some point in time, my cheap behind is going to say yes, and I'll go ahead and pull the trigger. I'll send it to Walker or one of the other guys and have a stem remade. Until then, it's not smokable. So Phil, Big Smoke, congrats on hitting that first milestone. You got some good guys over there across the pond to help you along the way. Fantastic group of guys over there, and at least one gal. You're doing exactly what you should be doing. You're talking about stuff you know. I love seeing the videos with the car being rebuilt behind you. That man, that takes so much more mechanical ability than I have. I don't even change my own oil. I really admire that. Your channel is going to keep growing. Nice guy, folks. Take a look. As always, link to Phil will be down below. With that, it's a gorgeous day. Light something you like. I'm liking this Oriental sunrise. Enjoy your afternoon.